think that'll work. I closed the blinds in the background, hoping that we won't get that horrible, like, glare. So I hope that helps. But I'll wait for you guys to come on in. Come on in. I give guys props, those who watch my videos on playback. And then there's this awkward moment here in the beginning because nobody's here. I have nobody to talk to. So for those who watch the playback, I'm glad that you're here. Even though you can't talk to me live, I'm still glad that you're here. And I noticed too, I went back and watched one of my lives that YouTube started allowing you guys to be able to see the chat on the side. So, hi Chris, hello. Wow, from Scotland. That's amazing. You guys can see what we're talking about. You guys can catch the chat. So that's awesome. I like that because then you're not lost into what, why I'm saying things or whatever because you guys can see the chat. So that's great. But Scotland, what's the weather like over there today? Today it's freezing. If it was rainy, we'd be snow. We be having some snow because it's that cold. But as you guys come in, please say hello. I'd love to say good morning to everybody as they come in. Missing my New England vibe. Oh, summer. Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning, Angie. Good morning. How is everybody today? How is everybody doing? I didn't think I was going to be able to. Hello from Ohio. Marianne. Is that Marianne? Yeah. I didn't think I was going to be able to have a Talk Tuesday today because I'm right at this particular moment, I should be in my second hour of, hello, Darla, my chemical stress test. But I got a phone call yesterday and they canceled it because my health insurance won't pay for it. Hi from Chicago. Oh, I'm sorry, Angie. I know Christmas blues, it's a real thing. I understand. My health insurance won't pay for it, but it will pay for a, hello, Ellen, a regular stress test, the kind you walk on a treadmill. So now I have to do that the 31st, which makes me so upset because the 26th, I go see the surgeon and I'm supposed to get my surgery date because all of my stuff was going to be done. And now my stress test is going to be after that. Ooh, it's flurrying. I'm excited to see our first official snow here on the Jersey Shore. I know New York, but real high up, probably like 6 hours from here. They got like 5 feet of snow. Hello, Kathleen. Carmen. It's 7. I know it's really early for you guys. I'm sorry. But how is everybody? Is everybody ready for Christmas? Can you believe it's Christmas? Like, I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it's Christmas. It's Christmas. I was just saying that the other day. I'm like, I cannot believe we just had Thanksgiving. Like, I just can't fathom this. Like we already had Thanksgiving. I don't know. This time is like super flying by. It's going by way too quick in my personal opinion. Hi, Tammy. Yes, I am. I'm having weight loss surgery. I was hoping to get my dates on the 26th. I don't know if it's going to happen now. I'm right on the seacoast, so windy. Getting ready to put my 17-year-old. Aww. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hello, Lori. Hi, Tammy. Oh, I know putting pets down is so hard. Oh, it's awful. Hello, Donna. I'm getting the sleeve. I wanted the bypass. I told her right from the beginning that I would prefer to get the bypass because I know so many people get the sleeve and end up having to get the bypass anyways. And I'm like, so why have two surgeries? But she really feels that the sleeve is the appropriate thing for me and that they're doing things different now. That like if I have the sleeve and I get a stall and I don't get all the way, I don't lose all the weight that I want to lose. They're now treating that with weight loss drugs to get the stall moving instead of having the surgery, and that is working actually better than the bypass. This is what she's telling me. So, hello, Tammy. You've had both, right? I don't know yet. The December 26th, the day after Christmas, I'm supposed to see the surgeon. I'm supposed to get my surgery date on the 26th. I'm hoping because they canceled my stress test that doesn't delay things because now my stress test is the 31st. I'm hoping that doesn't. I'm still getting my echo and the pulmonologist. Friday I go and you swallow the radioactive dye and they trace how it goes on. I have 2 appointments tomorrow and 1 appointment on Friday. I've already done the nutritionist. I've done the therapy. I've done everything. So the only thing that would be missing would be the stress test. So I'm hoping she'll still give me a date, but I won't know until like the 26th. So. Don't know exactly when the surgery will be, but it'll be coming. It will be coming. But that's where I'm at. And listen, guys, I'm going to put a video up to later today. It's Thrift Miss Haul. If any of you were more interested in seeing a little bit more about my weight loss journey and stuff like that, I film most of that stuff over on my TikTok. If you have a TikTok, you guys can follow me there. It's always linked below. That's where I do a lot of that stuff. What does the sleeve do? So when you had to have a revision from the sleeve. Oh, that's not good. Southern Kentucky. Oh, wow. Those dogs lived for a long time. Wow. What does the sleeve do? So the sleeve, what they do is they cut a huge portion of your stomach. Hello, Proverbs home. They cut a portion of a big portion of your stomach away, and the portion that they take is the portion that controls your cravings and your hunger. So it's supposed to decrease all of that, and then you're left with like a 4-ounce pouch, 4-ounce little stomach. And like I said, they take the portion of your stomach that holds the cravings and that signals to your brain that you're hungry. They take that. They take it out. So she was telling me that most of the people who she has performed the sleeve on always lose 80 to 95% of the weight that they want to lose. And she usually uses weight loss drugs to get that additional like 10% to 5% off after. And that they're having more success with the weight loss drugs than having to go back in and have a bypass. So yes, it will. It won't be, the hospital that I'm going to be having this in is like 45 minutes from here. So it won't be far at all. And it's a good hospital. So I'm excited about it. And I'm already losing some weight now because I had to drop some weight to have the surgery. That was one of the prerequisites, I guess, for my insurance. So I'm on weight loss drugs. I'm on Contrave. And this is helping. One of the things that I really did not know until I started taking these, about 3 weeks in. What are your weight loss goals like after you sleep? What do you want to do? Oh, I have lots of things on my to-do list. I don't know if you watch my videos regularly, but the day after I was approved for weight loss surgery, there was a bike in the garbage. That's my favorite color. Had the basket. It looks brand new. It just needs new tires. I cannot wait to ride bicycles. I want to be able to hike again. Just have freedom. Just have freedom in my body. It is not about looking different. It's not about any of those things. It's just I want to be healthy and I want to be more comfortable in my body because I'm just not comfortable in my body at all. My body limits me and I don't want to be limited anymore. But one of the things that I didn't know I was dealing with until I went on this conclave, um, I don't know. I can't say he's excited. I think he's nervous. My daughter and my husband both went with me on my initial visit the day I got approved for surgery so that they could ask some questions. Um, and hello, Scarlet Fire Rose. You finally made one. So they could ask some questions. So I'm not really sure how he feels. Um, Jeff doesn't really talk to me about deep stuff. That's just not who he is. He's not an in-depth kind of deep person. He's kind of a surface guy. That's wonderful. As soon as I lost weight, I had a whole new lease on life. Oh, that's awesome. Those are the things that I'm hoping to do. Hello. Oh, did you tell the bike? Yeah, so that's one of the main things I want to do. But what I was saying was with the conclave, I finally understood what it was to be full. After I started taking these, about 3 weeks in, it took about 3 weeks, I really understood that feeling of full. And like if I would push a little past being full, it literally made me sick. Like I was uncomfortable. It made me feel, because beforehand, without no medicine, even if I felt a little full, but really taking these pills, I don't think I've ever really experienced being full. I would just eat, and like if I had a huge portion, I would eat that whole portion whether I felt kind of full or not. So like if you put that portion in front of me now and I'm full, like I cannot go past feeling full. It literally makes me, like, I have severe cramps. Like it really makes me feel uncomfortable. It's not worth to overeat. So that is something really, really new to me. And I told I told the therapist and I told the surgeon about that I am recognizing that I really don't feel like I've ever really experienced being full. I thought I did, but like being on the weight loss pills, I've never experienced it like that. You saw the bike too? Isn't it cute? Oh, thank you. Yeah, portion control is so hard, especially here in the States. All the portions are out of control. You know what I mean? They serve you huge amounts of food. Have you had to get stuck? I got notice we were live. Hello! Hello, Chris. With no problems. That's awesome, Donna. Yes, the surgeon really feels that I'm going to be super successful about this with the sleeve. Because like I said, I was like, go hung. Let's just do the bypass and get it over with. And she really feels like the sleeve is the best option for me. So she's the surgeon. I'm just going to do what I got to do. Headed out to a meeting. Okay, it was great that you stopped in. Thank you so much. It's good seeing you. I'm trying Wellbutrin. That's funny that you say that. That's what's in here, the conclave. The conclave has Wellbutrin and opioids. I don't know if I say it right, but that is the formula of conclave. Basically, it's Wellbutrin and an opioid. So yes, they do use Wellbutrin to control cravings and hunger things. So, and I've had a lot of success on the conclave. When they weighed me at my last doctor's appointment, I haven't weighed myself since. I was down 13 pounds. So, and like I said, I'm really, really starting to experience being full and like not being able to push past that because it physically makes me uncomfortable. I've never had food make me feel physically uncomfortable. Hello, is it Megalori 50? I came to this decision because I'm going to be 45 And I've been struggling with my weight since my teens, and I'm just to the point where it's like if I could do it by myself, I would have it done already. Um, I did lose 160 pounds like 2 years ago. Moved to New Jersey and pretty much gained all of it back. Not all of it, but a good portion of it back. And I'm just tired of going around this. I obviously cannot do this without help. So instead of being all prideful and be like, I can just do this, and I reached out. I need help. So that has an opioid might be wrong for me, but I'll ask. Yeah, you better ask your doctor. They bought clothes in thrift stores until they settled into a healthy weight. Yeah, Don, I already told myself I'm not buying myself any new clothes until I lose a significant amount of weight. Many of us grew up in that era of you better eat. Yep. I eat for boredom. Yes, I do that too. You're 62, been heavy your whole life. Yeah, I'm just done. I'm done with it. I'm going to be 45 December 28th, and I want to start living life. I feel like I've lived my whole entire life on the sidelines because my body would physically limit me to do what I really want to do. And I'm over it. I'm over it. So, yes, he is. He's by my side. Like I said, he doesn't like I don't know. That's just who Jeff is. Jeff is not a real deep person. I guess, like you say, opposites attract. I'm super deep. This is how I always describe my husband and I. I'm an ocean and he's a puddle. Like he's very surface and I'm extremely deep. We're very opposites. So he doesn't like, have deep conversations with me about my weight loss or anything like that. It's what I want to do. He'll definitely support me, won't give me trouble about it or anything like that. But he doesn't like give me in depth how he feels about it. You're going to be 46 on December 28th. That's my birthday. When I lost weight, emotional stuff came up that I got crazy. Started to crave connection with a man who could go deep. Yeah, I understand that. A bit. Your husband's like that too, Lori. Yeah, my husband is just not. He's just not deep. It's just not who he is. Trust me, your hubs is thinking about it. Bottom line, he wants you to be safe and happy. Oh yes, of course, absolutely. Oh yes, he wants me to be okay. And he had some questions for the surgeon when we went together. But that's it. Like he doesn't talk to me after it. You know what I mean? Like that's just kind of where we are. Yeah, he's by my side. He'll be there. I'm sure he'll help me after the surgery when I need help. And I know he'll come visit me when I'm in. I don't think I'll be in the hospital too long, maybe a day or two. I have no idea. I don't know any of those details yet. But I'm sure he'll come visit me if he can, or if he can't because he's got to take care of the dogs or be home or whatever. It's okay. You know what I mean? He'll come pick me up from the hospital and bring me home. I think the marriage would break up anyway. It seems like your marriage is on solid ground. Yes, we are. We're pretty solid. We have, our typical married stuff. Every couple disagrees. And because we're very, very, very different, we definitely handle things differently and see things differently. And that sometimes brings up issues for us, but we always seem to work it out. Do you still use, I use my Viplate every day. But I haven't lost a pound. Isn't that funny? But somehow you're losing inches. Isn't that weird? It's so weird. I love my vibration plate. It makes a huge difference with my leg with lymphedema. So it definitely gets that lymphatic system moving. I love my Viplate. So, and I need to lose some weight to be able to stand on it. So I'm very excited to lose a little bit more weight and be able to stand on it. Because right now I use it sitting, but I can't wait so I can stand on it. So that's exciting. But I love my vibration plate. I use it every day. Sometimes I do it 2, sometimes I do it 3, depending on how bad my swelling is. Has gone way down. Isn't that fantastic? I think that's so great. It helps with my legs too, especially that time of the month when you're carrying extra water weight anyways. It really gets the lymphatic system moving. I love my vibration plate. 100%. best thing ever. So, my grandmother got the vibration plate for me off of Amazon. There's a whole bunch of different ones. If you're on TikTok, you can get them off the TikTok shop. And right now, I know the TikTok shop is doing coupons and they're still doing Black Friday sales. So if you have TikTok, be very careful on the ice. Even on days you feel good, don't overdo it. You'll feel it the next day, which weighs more, right? But it removes inches, right? You're lucky. Well, I still have the time of the month. Oh, hi, Erlene. Oh, I know. Hi. I know you're busy. You're busy today. You got yours for Amazon for $108. Yep. That's about what they are. I know on TikTok shop you can get them like one day they might be like $70 and then the next day they're back up to like 110. So they fluctuate on the TikTok shop, but if you find a day where they're cheap and you have like a $25 coupon and stuff, you can get them pretty cheap from the TikTok shop. And is getting sepsis, so maybe that will help her. Ooh, that's not good. That's so worth it. I totally agree. I swear by my vibration plate. It does wonders for like the lymphatic system. It moves the body. I physically just feel better when I'm done with my vibration plate. So I love mine. Very, very happy that I got one. And I got one that has the attachments to do the arms. Like it has the bungees so you can do your arms like when you're standing on it and stuff. So you can be working up your upper body while your bottom part is new. Legs were seeping. Yes. I had that too. I had that 2 summers in a row. Because in the my leg doesn't seem to swell as bad when the weather's cold, but when you get a lot of humidity in the summer, I've had that too where I've had seeping. It's disgusting and it's very painful. Oh, thank you, Erlene. Have a great, blessed day, hun. Have a great and blessed day. Back at ya. It is. It's awful. Is that what's been happening to your mom? Yeah. Maybe she should definitely see a wound clinic because they can nip that in the bud for her and definitely get her a vibration plate because it will definitely reduce the swelling in her leg and that will keep her from having that seeping that can turn into sepsis. But I would get her to the doctors and get her to a wound clinic because that sepsis can be deadly and it happens really, really quick. But it can be deadly. So like I wouldn't play around with that. Yeah, that stuff is not fun. It's not fun. Not fun at all. Like I said, I had that for 2 summers in a row. And I had to go to the wound clinic pretty often to have my legs taken care of. But when I would go to the wound clinic, they would put me in, it looked like a spacesuit. And you would stick your legs in it. And it felt like there was like fist in it. And it would like punch up my legs. The vibration plate basically does the same exact thing, but they're not in this space suit looking thing. You had to be wrapped. Yep. I told her to wrap them before it started getting out of hand, but it stopped because it was uncomfortable. Yeah, a pump. Yeah, they're like, it's like a pump and yeah, it's weird feeling, but the vibration plate basically does the same thing. Oh man, that was, and you fell off your bike. Oh, I often wonder too, because I used to ride a bike all the time when I was a kid. Listen, I'm a kid from the 80s. I rode bikes. I rode bikes all the time. So it's not like I never rode a bike, but it's probably been 25 years since I rode a bike. So I'm hoping that that old wives' tale that, once you know, like, it's as easy as getting back on a bike. I hope I can get right on the bike and just be able to ride it. But I used to ride bikes all the time as a kid. So it's been a long time. I had the little clickers on my wheels and everything. I'm a kid from the 80s. Like, bikes were where it was at. You went everywhere on a bike. So, yes, Lori. I would love to roller skate, but I don't think there's a single roller skate around here. Yes, you can maintain it. And almost, good morning, Carmilla. I never can say your name right. But you know who you are. Good morning. Yeah, I don't even think they're like but you know what kids are doing now? They get the roller skates and they like roller skate in the streets or at like skate parks. New Jersey does have skateboard parks. I could take roller skates there, but they're like official roller skate rinks. I don't think we have one. Oh, really? Growing Serenity, really? I'm really hoping that's what happens for me. It's morning there. Yeah, we're not allowed to have dogs on the boardwalk either here. She's doing very well, and so are the doggies. They're doing very well. She's in the room with her little nugget, her little hugs, and Dozer must be in my bed in his thing. To jump rope, oh my god. It's probably been 30 years since I've jump roped. And injured my already broken down back. Oh my god. Ooh. It's not good. Not good. But, I don't want to go crazy. I never thought about biking. Definitely, I want to be able to ride a bike. But I've never really thought about, like, roller skating or anything like that. Like, I think my main thing is, another thing too, like yesterday I went thrifting. I'm going to have a thrift haul up for you guys later. And we were in the thrift store for like 3 hours and I was hurting. I was hurting. Thank you. You'll be able to ride a bike quickly. I am early 70s who spent whole summers on my bike. Oh, thank you, Mega Lori 50. That fills me with so much hope. That fills me with so much hope. I love roller skating too. Yeah. Listen, if I ever felt brave enough, I think I would just like try to roller skate like around, outside. That was the norm. You look so happy. Oh, thank you. I'm very happy. I'm not nervous, which is great until like it probably gets closer. I'm not nervous or anything like that. I'm excited that I'm going to get some help because I need it. And I'm excited for the things that I'm going to be able to do again. And like I said, it has nothing to do about looking no, even when I could, I never went ice skating. It just wasn't my thing. Roller skating, absolutely. I'm just so excited to do the things that I want to do. Like I said, yesterday we spent like 3 hours at the Goodwill, and I was struggling. I was struggling so bad. My back and my knees hurt me so bad. Those are the kinds of things that I'm really looking forward to. It's the small, subtle things. Another good example too, that your core strength isn't what it once was, right? That's something you got to work on. Those are the small little subtle things. Like for instance, our church did this Thanksgiving thing where the church was too large to do like a big group Thanksgiving like dinner. So what they did is you would sign up and like 12 people will go to this person's house, 12 people will go to that house, and like they split us up. So one was a host and one was bringing. And my husband and I didn't sign up because of me, because I was afraid to go to somebody's house because I don't know if they were going to have chairs that could suit my weights, and I don't want to break people's chairs. It's little things that thin people don't think about. You know what I mean? I want to be able to sit in a booth. I haven't been able to sit in a booth for a very, very long time. I worry about chairs. I worry about going like how big is the space. And when you're big, you just worry about things that I don't think normal people think about. And I don't want to be that way no more. Ooh, But hello, I missed your comment. It'll come back up here in a minute. I tried. Hello, Missy. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much. Did your husband get his full of the McRib sandwiches? No. Last week he had 9. He had 9 of them last week. I think this is the last week he's gonna be able to get them. So he might get them at the end of the week. If they're comfortably in an airplane seat, yes. Thank you, Chrissy. Yeah, it's the little things. It's the little things like that. I hate not fitting in booths. Yep. Right, when you go. Right, that's the same thing. Hello, Esther. It's the same thing, like, if someone invites us out, that's my very first thought. Is there regular tables? Is it booths? And if it is regular tables, is the chairs tiny? My grandma's, I'm to the point now, though, where I'm very vocal and I don't care. Like, I don't care. 10, 15 years ago, I would suffer, but now I'm like, no. So if anybody follows me on Instagram, you may have seen that I just had that, you better have some Tums in the house. No, my husband eats 4 of them suckers at a time. My grandma's birthday party was at Bahama Breeze, and they had metal chairs with the arms. And I sat down in those, and like for 5 minutes, the arms were so tight on my sides, it was actually causing me pain, like up on my ribs, up by here. And it was too small. They were too small, and I was too big, and the sides of the chair were digging into my sides, into my hips. So I went over to the waitress privately and was like, listen, I need a different chair. I need a chair that doesn't have arms. And they were she was like, oh, sure, no problem. So she brought another chair over from the dining room. So my chair looked completely different from everybody else's, but I was comfortable. And that's the way it was. 15 years ago, Missy would have suffered. I would have suffered. Now I'm a little bit more vocal. But I don't want to be in that place anymore. I don't want to have to get a different chair because my butt's too big. Do you know what I mean? Yes, of course. Everything is my everything. Yeah, if I go in there and I tell them I have extreme fatigue and I think I'm going through premenopause, you need to lose some weight and your fatigue will go away. Yeah, it's always because of my weight. Always. Always. And another thing too is men, it's the subtle things. Like I'll go to Wawa I go to Wawa all the time to use the Mac machine because the Mac machine's free in Wawa. And if a cute little girl goes before me, men will hold the door open for her. And now it's my turn to go through, and they just let it go and walk away. It's always that stuff. Thank you, Paige. I appreciate that. It's little things like that. Or gas station. In New Jersey, it's illegal for you to pump your own gas. So there's always a gas attendant, and when men look in sometimes and they see me, that look of disgust and like and I'm very like I'm an empath, so I pick up on people's emotions and feelings, and you could just feel it off of them. I disgust people. And it's just like, okay, whatever. I know, of course. Yep. Everything will be perfect if you just lose weight. But how was everybody's Thanksgiving? I'm just blabbing on and on and on and on, and I didn't ask anybody how their Thanksgiving was. Look, we'll say it all. Right, you can just feel it. You can just feel their thoughts. It's awful. Oh, absolutely. 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 I'm the freak show everywhere I go. Kids are the best. Kids are the best, they're honest. They're, and especially if they've never seen a big person, a plus size person, they stare, they'll make comments, whatever. I'm so used to it at this point, but I don't want to be like this no more, You made your very first pumpkin pie. That's exciting. How did it turn out? Oh, so your Thanksgiving was in October. Empaths are known to hold weight as a shield. I get that. I really do. I get that. I gained weight, I know, as a child to push people away. I didn't want to let people in at all. This being big like this is a boundary that a lot of people won't pass. So I used my weight as a way to keep people at bay. And I've always been told when I was like pastoring in a church, I had many people come to me and tell me that I was very intimidating. So when they would tell me that, I would always think it was because of my size. And then I started asking people, why am I intimidated? Because I'm the sweetest person. You know, I would think my resting bee face isn't that bad, but they would tell me that I was really intimidating because of my knowledge and because the way I carried myself. And I'm not aware of the way I carry myself, but I guess I carry myself in a certain way. But I know it's that hard exterior to keep people away. I cried all day Sunday. Several people I know who are struggling with various problems. It hurts my heart. Oh, I know. It's awful. I used to be thin, my body, and I believed my emotional and mental issues is what caused me to gain weight. Yep, because your relationship with food, yes, empath. I don't even have a TV because it's not only news that breaks my heart. YouTube is my only social media, and I have to block that sometimes. I get it. Do you want to keep others at bay? Yeah, I had a very abusive father. Extremely abusive father. Yep. I never liked pumpkin pie, but I made one finally, and I didn't even eat much of it. But your husband loved it, so it was a success. Is lemon meringue? I like coconut cream. Of their ugly heart. That's great, Donna. That's great. I used to say things like that as a kid. You know, people would call me fat, you know, and stuff like that. I would say things like, well, at least I can change being fat, but you can't change being ugly. I said things like that too. When I go live on my TikTok, sometimes I go live when I'm in the car. And one of the things that men they always pop in and they always go, how did you get in there? Did they build the car around you? I just laugh. Like, can you be any more original? When I lived in the States, I was a psych caseworker for an eating disorder unit. Many of you are right on point. Wow. I did. Had to forgive him. It's very hard. And then little things will trigger you. I think you forgive them, but you still get triggered by things. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I got to the point where I can't watch the news either. Too overwhelming. Absolutely. I don't watch the news. We do live streaming, so I don't get live TV. So we don't get news and all that stuff. I live stream, so I literally pick what I watch. You can't forget. I've forgotten. My dad made me executor of his estate, so I really don't know what happened to my dad. They said his heart exploded. I don't know. I really don't know what happened. But he was on life support for 3 days. And of course I had to make the decision to take him off life support. So I had my moment with him. That brought up a whole bunch of stuff too, because I felt like I killed my father. I don't think any child should have to make that decision, but it is what it is. My father would always say he hated people, and my mother and I are both fat. Being overweight, many of us are extremely sensitive. Very. You can't watch news. I get it. I don't either. I don't, like I said, I don't get live TV. So, yep. Very vocal about it. My dad was too. My mom is overweight as well. And all, when we would get in the car and be a family, if you saw a pretty girl walk in, he'd honk and wave and woo, whistle at him and everything. Why my mom would sit right next to him. Yeah, talk about. And my dad was very verbal abusive. So like his favorite thing to do, like when you'd walk through the house, he'd be like, weeble and they wobble, but they don't fall down. Or bubble butt, bubble butt. That was one of his favorite things. He always called me bubble butt. The US brings high anxiety news constantly. When I moved abroad, I couldn't believe how the rest of the world doesn't live in constant distress from the media. Wow, really? My husband is so loving and supportive, and God bless me with my wonderful husband. Such a blessing in my life. Oh, that's wonderful. It's very humiliating. Yeah. He would always, that was his favorite thing to do. He thought by calling me names and verbally picking on me and things like that were going to motivate me to lose weight. But what I really did was hide food in a shoebox underneath my bed. And when he would do that kind of stuff and abuse other ways and things like that, I would pull out that shoebox and I would binge. I would literally stuff my face to the point where I couldn't breathe. I would have so much stuff in my cheeks and stuff because I was trying to fill. But the whole time I was doing it, I was going, F you, you mother. I thought I was hurting him. It wasn't until my early 20s that I realized that the only person I was hurting was me. But by then I had taught myself such bad habits. But I did overcome binging. I am proud of myself for that. Oh, absolutely. My husband's fantastic. I don't know. But it's terrible. It's terrible. And some days I still hear my dad's voice in my head. You know, he's been gone for 12 years. And I still hear his voice sometimes in my head, still, to this day. I have to fight that all the time. Excuse my sniffles. We had to turn on the heat. Does anybody else have that when you turn on the heat for the first time in the year? And because the heat's on, it makes your nose like all jacked up. So like I feel like I have the sniffles because we just turned on the heat. But I know my filter's clean because they just changed it. Part of my emotional eating, my husband is a narcissist. Ooh. Oh, can you hear my stomach growling? That is one thing I noticed. Like, you guys can hear it in my videos now. With this contrave, my stomach makes the weirdest noises. And it's really loud. So forgive me if you hear weird sounds. My husband is a narcissist. Oh, I'm sorry, Lori. That's hard. My dad was a narcissist. And yeah, I understand. I tried my first pumpkin roll for my husband. Woo! I was so intimidated before, but it turned out good. Immediately by cooking, baking, cage. Oh, I understand. Pumpkin rolls are good though. I saw that often on the eating disorder unit along with cutting. Your dad has met his maker and had to explain himself. Yeah. I'm not worried about any of that. Yeah, you're going to hear me roar. My stomach is because the dust starts flying around and gets airborne, right? So my nose is like all messed up. Because of what my dad did, I did foster care and I made sure the kids I fostered never had. I did fostering too. It's so funny. I fostered kids when I lived in Tennessee. I never did it again though because my biological kids, we didn't think about it at the time. We just wanted to help children. And the one girl that we had taken in, she was 12 and she was sexually molested and she was hypersexualized. And she started doing some weird things around my son. And we got very concerned. So we learned very quickly that we could put our biological children at risk by taking high risk children into our home. So we did it for about 3 years and then we stopped. And we said we would do it again when our kids grew up and left. But in that process, I found out my daughter was autistic and she's going to be with me and she can't handle certain things. So we never fostered again after that. But yeah. It's so hard. And another thing that was really, really hard, I'm 63 and my dad says if I would move more, I wouldn't be fat. That's terrible, Darla. That's terrible. One of the things that was really hard fostering too was that she still had to visit her biological grandparents. So she would spend all week with us, and we had all of these specific things that she had to meet according to the foster care program that she was in. And then we would we would take her to her biological grandparents and things like that. And then Monday, when we got her back, she was an emotional mess. And it would take us all week to get her back to where she needed to be. And then she'd go visit her grandparents again. It was horrible. It was horrible, but well worth it. From 2 until you aged out. I didn't foster because I was working in the psych hospital. My attention to your daughter after hours. Absolutely. That's wonderful. My girlfriend had a father like that. She's 37 and been in therapy for the past 15 years. Yeah, it's severe trauma. You would like hold the newborn babies. That's beautiful. I tell that to my mom all the time. She should do that. Just volunteer to go hold all the babies like in the NICU and stuff like that because they need it. Abandoned children and all that stuff. And someone who loves Jesus, you can pray over them and sing over them and release blessings into their little lives. You don't know where they're going or where they're headed, but it would be beautiful. It would be a wonderful thing. He would take them home. Oh, when we were fostering, I didn't do babies because I know babies usually always find homes. I tried to foster the older children because the older children were the ones that were in real need. But they came with a lot of serious problems. Caps for them. Oh, from birth to 2 years. Oh God, I bet you that was hard when they left. Hello, Joy. Oh, thank you. From Newfoundland, Canada. Thank you. God bless you too. Thank you. I appreciate you guys who love me, even though I'm plus size. It's nice to have friends. It's so wonderful. That is one of the main reasons. I don't know if anybody knows. Oh God, I can't even imagine. I'd be a wreck too. Chastity was the one our last one, the girl who was sexually molested, and she was tough. She was really tough. But I love that little girl with my whole heart. But what was I gonna say? I have no idea. Hello, Michelle. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I have not a clue. Just out of my brain. Menopause brain is a real thing. Maybe it'll come back to me. I have no idea. I have no idea. I hate when that happens. I know what it was. That was the main reason I opened a YouTube. Because I wanted to be people's friends who didn't have friends because I grew up my whole life not having friends because nobody liked me because I was fat. So that's why I call us the LOVIE Tribe, trying to find your tribe of people that you fit in with, because I felt like I never fit in. So that's why I opened up my YouTube channel, to be people's friends. Here that I could relate to. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I love that. That's my heart's desire. Yes, finally. Yes, it is. It's adjusting to the medicine fine. It was a little rough in the beginning. It took about 3 weeks, but then I was okay. I mean, it wasn't like horrible or anything like that. It just, you definitely could feel a difference. And I definitely felt a little loopy when I first started taking it. Like I felt like I was a little out there, a little like I felt a little weird in my head, but it went away. It went away like a week. I was okay. And then I just adjusted because you have to start off really slow. You just start out with 1 pill, and then you go 1 in the morning, 1 at night, and then you go to 2 pills in the morning, 1 at night, and then you go to 2 pills in the morning and then 2 at night. So you just gradually keep increasing. And the more I increased, I didn't have bad reactions. It was just like the first week or two. You kind of I felt a little off. Hi, Diane. It's doing well. It's doing well. The contrary really does help. I notice a huge difference. And like my belly will growl, but I'm not motivated to feed it. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird not to have food noise in your head. And like I said, the biggest thing that I can say from this medicine is truly recognizing when I'm full. I don't think I ever really knew when I was full. Like, this is a brand new kind of like feeling for me. You just eat bad things all day. My friend fostered for 25 years. She had a cat that wouldn't until a foster child. Oh, oh, Donna, that's beautiful. I gotta jump off. I'm preparing to move to Oklahoma. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so exciting. Congratulations. Oh, there's my husband. Hello, all. Hello. Oh, I hope you have a wonderful move. That'll be awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I mean, I'm sure I probably can do better. I think we all feel that way. I don't care what we do. We all probably feel like we could do better, right? I don't care what I do. I always feel like I could do better. Our house is full of boxes and chaos. Oh my gosh. The 7 hours in peace. I understand that. I don't have cats. I had 2 dogs, and we were worried about that too. It was 6.5 hours from Pennsylvania to where I'm at now on the Jersey Shore. And we were really concerned about the dogs too, but they actually did okay because they were with us. They were okay. You know, we had to make freaking stops for them to go to the potty, but other than that, they actually did okay. So it might not be as bad as you think. Cats are a little different though, I do know. You're waiting to pick up a piece of equipment. Oh, okay, Joy. You're going to clean your house. You bought her a little car seat. Oh my God, that's so cute. What's her name? That's adorable. Dozer had to ride between Jeff and I in a moving truck. So half of him was on, like his butt was on me, his head was on Jeff. He'd get a little uncomfortable and try to switch, but we had to switch. We had to balance him. Abby. Oh, that's so cute. Abby the cat. That's adorable. I hope it goes well. Moving is exciting though. Moving is so exciting. That's a wonderful thing. And I hope it goes well for you. You're in New York. When I lived in the States, I had a dog and 2 cats and 2 New England. CBD oil, right? She's 6.5 years old. I didn't even know can you give that to animals? She's 6.5 years old. Aw. I need to update my profile picture. It's 25 years old and I'm salt and pepper now. Oh, really, Darla? Be proud. Be proud. I have no intentions of dyeing my hair. So if I go gray, I go gray. I got to sign off too. I'm disabled and need help getting into my wheelchair. Oh, excuse me. Oh my God, water. Oh, have a great day. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Mwah! For those who got to go, I love you. Sorry. I'm drinking this water and it's making me it gives me the burps. Okay. Right, Donna? For their arthritis and cats for anxiety. That would be awesome to let people know around the 4th of July. Do you know how many people lose their pets at the 4th of July because of fireworks? Like the animals are just terrified. That'd be so wonderful. Vets should tell you more of that kind of stuff. You're not gray. The only place you're gray is in your beard, which you could shave off and nobody would see. I desperately need to lose about 60 pounds and get active because your blood pressure is out of control. Ooh, I understand. Our dog rode 16 hours to North Carolina and back halfway home in one day, and he did great, surprisingly. Yeah, my dogs did good too. Go get your picture taken, girlfriend. Do you have a phone? You can take a selfie. I have an 18, almost 19-year-old on the spectrum, and I love watching Adventures with you and your daughter. Oh, thank you, Nikki. Thank you. I see a little star by your name. Are you a member of my channel and I don't know it? Because if you are, you should be in the chat group. You guys have to let me know because YouTube does not notify me when people join my channel. Darla, do it. Get that picture. Nikki! Do you follow me on Facebook? But I would have a baby face. I prefer you without fur on your face. I should be the only one that matters. Oh, you don't know how to take a selfie? Hold your phone with the camera facing, the camera rings on the back of your phone. Hold it up far and click. Oh, you're not on Facebook. Okay. The private chat group for members only is through Facebook Messenger. So it's up to you if you would like to join Facebook. I have to add you as a friend, and then I can put you in the private group chat. But you have to be a part of Facebook. And I know some people Facebook, but I know some people don't want to. So I also post to the private. There's a private community tab on YouTube itself. So I post some things there as well. So make sure you look for that. And then if you ever want to send me your address, I'm not sure. Absolutely think about it. And if you do it, let me know so that I can add you. I can add you to the private group chat. And also if you can email me and give me your address, because that's one thing I keep asking YouTube, but I don't think YouTube can do it. I want you guys' addresses so that I can send you. I send monthly swag out to my my subscribers of the channel. So if you want to share your address with me, I'll send you something for Christmas. Every month I try to mail you guys out something for being a member. Darling, I think I saw you were pregnant in the picture that you have up in the red sweater. Sometimes though, I don't like when people change their picture and their little orb, because then I don't recognize you anymore. And I recognize you guys by your pictures. When I talk to certain people for an amount of time, I know who I'm talking to by their picture. And when they change their picture, I don't know who they are anymore. I have to learn their picture all over again because I'm terrible with names. Terrible. Ow. I have 4 cats. I'm getting multi-level spinal fusion surgery the day after Christmas. Oh, you have a 22-year-old. Oh, wow, Donna. I didn't know you were having such a serious surgery. My profile picture is a picture of my mom when she was a teenager. Aw. On YouTube, though, you're just a green circle. At least that's what I see on YouTube. Yeah, I think it's just a green circle. I don't know if you guys can. Yeah, you guys can see the chat. You don't need a picture of me. You see my handsome face every day. Yes, I do. See how Jeff's is purple and it just has a J in it? I believe that's what yours is. I think it's just a green dot. Oh, my Donna Brown, I pray for speedy and easy recovery. Yes, that's a serious surgery. Yes, you're a Ninja Turtle green circle. It has a D in it. I try to use the same picture that's on my YouTube throughout all of my social media, so I'm easier to find. It's the same picture all the way through. The name might be a little different because sometimes the names are taken and you got to change them up, but I try to keep my picture the same the whole way through so that when people are looking for me, they can recognize the picture. It's dinner time and the dog is alerting you. Okay, you have a great day. Hello, Dana. She's Donatello. That's a great one, Kimberly. How was your Thanksgiving? I haven't heard much from you. How was your Thanksgiving? Okay, you'll let me know. Want to give a shout out to my wonderful husband. On Thursday, we will be celebrating 43 years. He has been very supportive of my. Oh, that's awesome, Kathleen. That's something to be proud of. Yes, scary surgery. I also have a 42 and a 38-year-old. I was 45 when I had my 22-year-old. 45. It was good. Oh, awesome. Wow. 45. Wow. Donna, that must have been a shock. Don't tell me that. I'm about to be 45. I'd be totally shocked if I found out I was pregnant. Like totally shocked. I'm going through menopause though. I can't even imagine having a little one. I hope one day I get grandbabies, but I don't know. It was a shock, I bet. You got on late. It's okay, Roxanne. We'll forgive you, Roxana. We'll forgive you. You're 45 today. Congratulations. Happy birthday. We should all sing to you. But in reality, I would be the only one that sing to you, and I don't know if you want me to sing to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. You have 4 grandbabies. You'll go back and watch it. Yeah, you too, right, Jeff? Happy happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, I hope to have some. I'm hoping to have some grandbabies, but I don't know. Can you imagine Sarah from the Bible when she found out she was pregnant? Oh my gosh, Donna. What was she, like 91? It isn't mine if you're pregnant. Okay. Happy birthday, Roxana. I know. I think she was like 91, right? 91? I don't remember now. She LOL'd. I would just about, I don't know about that. That's all I can say is I don't know about that. Sarah did, yeah. Yes, she did, for sure. That would be amazing. That definitely is God the whole way through. Whole way. Because her husband, I think, was even older. So I think he was older than her, if I remember correctly. Oh, wow. Oh, I like your name, Nani. You have 11 grandbabies and 1 great-grandson? That's a blessing. Aw. That's what I said. I hope I have some grandbabies. I keep telling my son, but I want him to get married first. 91 and pregnant, that's even scarier. Absolutely. It's like, Jesse, you got to have some grandbabies for your mama because you got to carry on the name. If not, the name ends with you. It is. It's wonderful. It's a blessing. It's such a blessing. Sometimes I miss that at holidays, like I miss going to buy like kitty toys and stuff like that. Oh, really? You just read about this in Luke this morning at my Advent devotion. That's awesome. I love when God does stuff like that. Like he confirms whatever you read or what you're talking about. I love when he does stuff like that. But I miss that. I miss that around, like, I miss kids at holidays. Like, one of my favorite things to do, like, for Easter, was all the little cutesy things that you did at Easter and stuff like that. And I miss Christmas too sometimes, about like decorating the tree and having kids, and how excited they are and they can't wait to decorate the tree. And my kids quit doing that stuff like in their teen years, around 17. So yeah, it is. It's a God wink. So I haven't had like any of that kid excitement for holidays for a very long time. And I miss it desperately. Until you were 60, they are 7, 6, and 3. And 21 months. Oh, that's so exciting. Doesn't it make your holidays so much like grander? Like, because like you have like little kids and they're excited, not just a whole bunch of humbug adults that are like, Christmas is stupid and all you do is spend money. Yeah, you get a little more cynical as you get older, right? Kids bring all the joy for, at least for me. My kids brought me so much joy for the holidays, and everything I did was for them. Like decorating all out, like going all out for like the holidays and decorating and make sure like we did all the cutesy little, I did lots of arts and crafts and stuff with my kids, and I miss all that stuff. I'm hoping I can do that with grandbabies. You miss having littles around too. Yes, little people toys. I do. I miss that. Like sometimes I'll go to Walmart, whatever, and I look through all of it, like to see what the Barbies look like now and like Tonka trucks and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, this stuff is so cute. Oh, yes, baby, it's Christmas. Yeah, that stuff is so fun. I really do miss it. You get wiser as you get older. I think you get more cynical as you get older, but maybe a little wiser too. It's funny though, because you don't get no gray hairs on your head, and that's supposed to be wisdom. You get gray hair all around your mouth. So maybe your mouth got wiser. I can make so many jokes about that right now, but I won't. My 9-year-old has given me no ideas this year. I know, they grow up too fast. I can't wait to buy. Oh, Christmas. Yeah, she's still too little to know, but still so much fun. Even buying little like their little outfits and getting them all dressed up and putting a little bow in their hair, and and like even though they're little and they don't know what the heck's going on, you still feel compelled like to go take them to see the Christmas lights and everything. I miss all that desperately. I do say Savannah will still do that with me. She will we have like a tradition in our house. Toy section for the first time in years has blown your mind, right? My mom's mom was pregnant at her wedding. Your youngest aunt is your age. Oh, the clothes that broke you. They're so cute, right? But Savannah will still will. We have a tradition that I used to take my kids to, it was Sheets. Our convenience stores in Pennsylvania were called Sheets. And I would take them to Sheets, and they would all get like a big hot chocolate, and we would always go in our pajamas. And we would bring blankets, and I would drive them all over the place to go look at everybody's Christmas lights. And that always was my favorite thing. And Savannah will still do that with me. Okay, Nikki, have a great day, and thank you for being a member of my channel. She went to see Santa yesterday. I'll send you a piclet. Oh my God! See, I miss all that stuff. The first time they go see Santa. Oh, I love all that. I never thought I would, but I do. I miss having little kids around a lot. I think more than I think. I don't want to have any. God better bless me with some grandbabies. I'm done having kids, but I'd love to have some grandbabies to spoil. But I don't know. My son and, I don't even know what to call her, his girlfriend, they're buying their very first house. They actually move in on the 10th of December. They bought their first house. And it's like, are you going to marry her? But like today, kids just, it's not a thing. It's just like marriage is not on their radar. It's just not. I have 4 kids. When they were young, I told them if I didn't ever hear them say they didn't believe in Santa, he would always bring them something for Christmas. They never said they didn't believe. Right? You get to send them home when they act up. Yeah, you can spoil them and be like, all right, here you go. Remember those times when he was bouncing off the walls? Well, I gave your kid about 5 candy bars. See you later. No. I do. I miss that stuff. I do. I do. Oh, you will? You'll go sit on Santa's lap so I can take a picture? Now that would be a picture. If America's Funniest Videos was still a thing, that's something I would film. You miss your son being little. Back then I didn't have much money, so my son would wrap up things that I already had. Oh my God, that's so cute. Oh, Donna, though. I have lotion in the living room where I sit. Oh, my nose is like, ugh. That's adorable, though. That's so cute. And I don't even think kids get to experience some of the excitement that we used to have as like in 80s. I remember we talked about this like the week prior, you know, like when the schools would bring in like the scholastic fairs and you had to send in like, as if the parents would send in $5 or something like that with you and they get to shop for their parents and their siblings and stuff. Like I couldn't wait to do that stuff as a kid. Does anyone remember the Christmas shop? I do. Yes, at school. Yep. Isn't that funny? Yes, I remember that stuff. And I loved it. I couldn't wait to do that stuff. I don't know if they still do that in school now or not, but that was some of my things that I loved. Oh, hi, Rebecca. It's okay. I'm going to be out here for a few more. Thank you, honey. I remember those as kids. I loved it. It was like one of my favorite things to do. Being a kid today is totally different than being a kid back in the 80s, back in the day. But I remember doing a little bit of that with my son. I don't remember sending money in and stuff like that for my daughter, but my son, when he was in preschool, he did that stuff. He did for me. Okay. Yeah, thing for your mom. Yep. I used to love all that stuff too. Yes. It's so much fun. Oh, and sleepovers. Do kids even have sleepovers? Like, they don't need to have sleepovers because they can just FaceTime each other. You know what I mean? They did the Santa workshop when my son was in school. Okay. That's all. So maybe they still do all that. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Oh, I know. I know. You would always be like, how can I split this $5 and see if I can't get a book? I know. I was the same way. You went with 10 and brought the entire family. Yes. Those were always great. Those were always great memories. In the 82 and 86, so they were 80s kids. They were 80s kids too. Yeah, it's definitely 80s. The 80s were the best, in my personal opinion. But it is different though. And like kids today, they'll never know that fear of, you know, calling your friend and going, God, don't let their mother pick up. Don't let their mother pick up. Don't let their mother pick up. Because if their mother picked up, you'd be like, hi, Mrs. Huey. Is Rachel available to talk? Kids today don't have to do that. They have cell phones and they FaceTime each other. You know what I mean? Like we're doing right now. They can see each other. Yep, an 80s kid too. It was great. It was a great area. It was a great era, not area, era. It was a great era of time. You were blessed. But you know what the weird thing is? Okay. So yesterday I went thrifting and there was this little youngin, not a kid, just youngin, like maybe 20, 19, right? And she was looking at stuff. She's like, she picks up this thing and it has like 94 or something like it, 1994 on the plate or something like this. And she's like talking to her other friend. She's like, look, I found a plate from 1994. This is so vintage. And I looked over at her and I'm like, vintage? 1994? But if you really think about that, that's like how many years ago? No way! That's vintage. But it is. I miss dial-up internet. Oh my God, no I don't. Because it took forever. I could have babysat you, right? We're all vintage. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Because I think vintage, I think 70s. I think 60s and 70s. These 20-somethings think the 90s and 80s are vintage. That's crazy. It's so much fun being 80s. My youngest was born in 1994. Yes! That's crazy! Small town in Wyoming, they still have the book fairs and the kids get together. Big goodies for the seniors. Oh, that's beautiful. 60s vintage. That's beautiful. That's a wonderful thing. I wish that kind of stuff was still going on today, you know? Then you're ancient, right? I feel ancient. I think vintage 40s and 50s, right? Isn't that crazy? And she's over here 94. Look, it's vintage. Oh my God. What? You know how you're thinking things in your head? It's like, girl. That's so funny to me. It's so funny. Has anybody watched any good Christmas movies? I watched Merry Gentlemen. That was like Magic Mike for Christmas. Did anybody watch this? The new Merry Gentlemen? I don't know if it's Hallmark. It's on Netflix. I'm the same age as when the Flintstones first appeared on TV. Oh wow. Flintstones. Oh wow. It's crazy to hear music on the oldies station that's from the 80s and 90s, right? You're like, what? Exactly. I watched My Little Secret with Lindsay Lohan. It was kind of cute. That's the new one she's in. Yeah, I want to see that one too. Merry Gentleman, it had a good plot. I was just a little shocked. It's very, it was very weird to see like male strippers, if you will, in a Christmas movie. It was a little odd, but it was good. It was good. It's like Magic Mike of Christmas. Trivia Fever, it cracks me up hearing you all say 80s is vintage. I know! I understand! But it is! I can't believe it. Like, no. Bam Bam, yes. Bam Bam. Bam Bam and Pebbles! I'm 68. That is vintage. Born in 1956. Right. I'm vintage too. We can be vintage together. I was born 79. I was born 79. 1979. December 28th. You feel more like an antique. I have days where I feel like that. I think that's one of the worst parts of getting older is one day you can get up and feel fantastic. And the next day you feel like you're as old as dirt. Your body's creaking and cracking and you hurt and you can't do nothing. Like, I think that's the worst. Like, there's no consistency. Like, it's up and down, up and down, up and down. You'll be 61 in February. I'll be 45 this December. 1967. 79, I graduated high school. Wow, Darla. That's crazy. That's crazy. If I think about it, my mom probably graduated in 78. My mom probably graduated high school in 78, 79 too. Because she was 19 when she had me, so somewhere in there. I was dating my husband in 1979. My body cracks every day. I'll be 62 in February. Oh boy. You graduated in 1991. I never graduated. I quit school and got my GED in 10th grade. So I got pregnant. That's why. But I did get my GED though. I quit school at 10th grade. I graduated 1975. You graduated early. Is you smart? I'm glad that every morning I don't wake up seeing the Undertaker looking down at me. Yes, Donna. I think everybody is. Absolutely. When you're alive, it's a good day. Even if your body is creaking and cracking and you have a little bit of trouble, it's still a good day. I think it's all about your perspective, too. I think it's all about your perspective. And I'm trying very hard to have a different perspective about lots and lots of things. Anyways, not to get off topic, but when we were sitting here thinking about this, did everybody hear this whole big thing about how today your stomach is roaring now? That today, December 3rd, was the day that the aliens were going to invade. Did you guys hear this whole big thing? That we were supposed to prepare for the alien invasion, and um December 3rd it was going to be aliens versus humans. Like, this whole big thing is supposed to happen today with aliens on December 3rd. Did anybody else hear about all this? I'm like, do people really buy this? Are they here? I don't know. I don't have live news, so I don't know. There could be an alien invasion right now and I'd have no clue. I'll just keep on talking. But did anybody hear about all this nonsense? I'm like, what are they going to say next? I graduated in 82. No, nice who said it. The government, right? Yeah. I didn't, but they picked my birthday. Never heard of the silliness about alien invasion. Oh my God. I was like, people actually, it's the younger generation. That's the sad part. Like, they're so brainwashed. Maybe we should Google it, right? But it's like, it's sad because it's like they're brainwashed or something. I don't know, but they like really believe this stuff. And it's like, you think aliens own TikTok? Listen, you can make some really good money on TikTok, though. I'm dealing with spiders invading my home. That's enough. Yeah. I remember we had, back in Pennsylvania, we had that one year with stink bugs. Oh my God. That was like having aliens in your house, for real. And then the next year, they released those assassin bugs to kill the stink bugs, and then there was those weird assassinate bugs everywhere. I remember that. The aliens aren't coming to Earth. They're scared of us. Really? If I was an alien, I'd bypass Earth. For real. Like, those people is nuts. Like, nope. Be like, you know how you feel when you drive through the ghetto and you're going to roll up your window and lock your door because you're driving through the ghetto and keep your eyes straight and you get fast as you can? That's how I feel like the aliens would feel like as they drive past Earth. But that's just my opinion. If they can even drive past Earth, because now we have people who think the Earth is flat. So I don't know. And last month, what day was it? The 13th? November 13th is when the Pentagon came out and said the aliens are real. And they've been hiding this for us for real. And they did the whole like, they raised their hand and swore on the Bible and the whole thing. The 5 men stood up. And they're from the Pentagon, and they said that they've been lying to us for years, and there really is aliens, and they've made contact, and they've been using alien technology, and that they really don't live in the sky, that they lied to us, and that the moon landing wasn't real, it was all staged, and they can't penetrate they called it a firmament. There's this firmament over the Earth, actually, and they can't penetrate past that, so the aliens don't live in the sky. Actually, the aliens are in the water because nothing can get through this firmament, and that they lied to us about the Earth being round. The Earth is actually flat. Did you guys watch all this? I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the heck? Makes you rethink everything. It's like they've been lying to us about everything. Thank you, Tom. What happened when we thought vampires and werewolves would come out? Those were the days, right? Yeah, okay. So, like, did you guys watch this, though? Did you guys watch this whole thing? Did you watch where they stood up and they raised their hands and all that stuff? Aliens are in the White House. Yeah, I believe that. I watched the real moon landing, right? It's the same thing with people trying to say that 9/11 never happened. But what do you mean 9/11 didn't happen? I watched it happen. Makes your head go tilt, tilt. But when my husband and I watched that, we watched the whole thing. I was like, what are they talking about? I seen that. Ridiculous. If I don't sleep with one eye open, don't believe it. Did you see that whole thing? And they raised their hand, and it was supposed to be like this big day in history, and they admitted that aliens were real, and they've been lying to us and this whole thing, and you're like, oh, okay. But why haven't we landed on the moon again? I don't know. I don't know. And when you do watch the footage from the moon landing, it does look like there's wires because like they catch their shirts and like you can see the wire implant and another thing too is how did they get the rover and all that stuff up there? I don't know. I truly don't know. And now the government is telling us that the world is really flat. They lied to us about it being round because they actually can't get through the firmament. There's like a dome over us that they can't get through, which kind of supports scripture. There's a scripture in Revelations that says that when God comes back and, he's going to like destroy the earth and stuff, he said he's going to roll it up like a scroll. Well, you'd have to be flat to roll it up. I don't know. This stuff is weird. I had a root canal on the day of 9/11. Yep. You question it yourself? It's too early for this. I'm all about the conspiracy theories. I just love it. I eat it up. It makes me laugh. It doesn't, if the earth is round or flat, it really doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm still going to, have to pay my taxes and work. And so whether the earth is round or flat, it don't matter. If aliens, what the world thinks aliens are, whether that's true or not, I think the aliens are something else. Aliens are something else, biblically. But them living in the water, I don't know. I don't know. I have not a clue. They're demons. I believe that exactly. Yeah. The Bible talks all about that. Yeah, the first angels that committed sexual sins with women, it says in the Old Testament and in Jude that God tied them underneath the Euphrates and that they'll be released in end times and they'll take out 1/3 of the population of earth. And all of this is written in the Bible. You know what I mean? Another thing too is when Jesus was walking the earth, when he came across the man that was full of demons and he said he was legion, which legion means many, where did he cast them? He cast them into the pigs and the pigs all jumped in the water. Those are spirits. They don't die. They had to go somewhere. So did they go somewhere in the water? Something to think about. With that said, I shall never swim in anything other than a swimming pool ever again. I do anyways because of sharks. Sharks are a real thing, especially on the Jersey Shore. I don't go in knee deep. That's it. Even that's a risk. I need tea and food now. There is other life forms and other. You do believe that there are other forms, and the Bible doesn't say God created other things, other life forms. The Bible doesn't tell us that, but who's to put God in a box? I don't know. I understand that the spirits just died versus being sent to hell. No, spirits can't die. Because if that's the case, then that means our spirit can die. Our spirit is everlasting. It lives forever. Spirits don't die. They can possess and they can attach. So when God cursed those legion, they jumped into the pigs because they don't die. And then the pigs went crazy and they jumped in the water. And then all of the pigs died. They drowned. Well, a spirit can't live in a dead pig. So where did that legion of spirits go? In the water? The Bible talks about in Revelation that there's going to be things that come out of the ocean with 10 heads. And he calls them Leviathan. And I don't know. I have no idea. How do we know about other planets too? I mean, as they teach us, maybe they are just stars, not planets. And they lied to us. Absolutely. They lied to us about everything. Oh. Hello, Jenny. I guess I misunderstood. I I don't know. I'm just saying what I know to be true. The spirit can't die. That's the whole reason why it's a spirit, because our spirits are everlasting. So a legion of spirits, they're everlasting as well. So where did they go after the pigs died? And Jesus didn't cast them to hell. He cast them into pigs. I know a few of them he cast to the dry land, and that just means the spirit has to wander. The dry land is a wandering place. I have no idea. All of this is like up for interpretation, how you interpret scripture. And I don't think people should argue over stuff like that. Like some people are pre-trib, post-trib, mid-trib. Some people don't understand spiritual. Some people think there was no such thing as demons. Some people think that you still can't speak in tongues. That was only for the prophets of God's time. You know, some people think this, some people think that. I don't think any of that's worth fighting over because it doesn't matter. The only thing that is absolutely has to stay truth, has to stay biblical, and cannot that's worth arguing over is salvation. Whether pre-trib, post-trib, whether we think the world's flat, not flat, whether we think God made aliens, he didn't make aliens, all that stuff, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But how you have true salvation, that's the only thing that matters. It doesn't change the outcome. Exactly. Whether it's post-trib, pre-trib, whether spirits live forever, whether they die, the whole thing. None of that changes. But if you don't believe salvation the right way, that's the thing that matters. That's the thing that cannot change. That's the thing that cannot be debated. It is scriptural. You have to be saved. Being a good person does not get you into heaven. And we are not all children of God. The Bible explicitly says that. You have to be saved in order to be a child of God. Those are the things that can't be debated. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Other than that, anything other than salvation, all up for debate. All up for debate. Nobody can be wrong or right. And it doesn't matter. It truly doesn't matter. My husband's like Men in Black. That's my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. Now you have that song stuck in your head. Yeah, what was that song? That was the song with oh God, what is his name? Will Smith? Will Smith, right? And he's dancing with that little alien dude. That's just my personal opinion. I hope I didn't offend nobody. But my personal opinion is that the only thing that you cannot debate is salvation. Period. Yes, Will Smith. Yeah. Just salvation. Everything else? You're waiting for your brother at a doctor's appointment? Hello! But anyways, I just thought I'd bring it up because I thought it was hilarious that people are actually freaking out today. You're with me about aliens today. That there's supposed to be some big alien event today. Thank you, Donna. That's just my personal opinion. But, yeah. I don't like debating with people anyways. The only thing that I will get my feathers up about is about salvation. That's about it. But other than that, like, I am not going to debate with you about other stuff. Like, it truly doesn't matter who's right or wrong about tribulation or tongues or healing or you believe it or you don't. You know what I mean? Like, it in the end, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything, but salvation changes everything. That are aliens sometimes, though. Yeah, you think they're aliens, right? I so get that. You ever walk around and you see, like, weird things and people and things like that, and you're like, I have moments where I'm like, are we actually in a matrix? Or you'll see things and you're like, could they be an alien? Definitely think people in high places are influenced by demonic things, for sure. Whether they're possessed by a demonic spirit or influenced, I don't know. I don't know, period. But I do know that they are definitely influenced by demonic things, by the things that are going on in our elites, if you will. Elites and people in very high places. And that's a little scary because you have elites and places, they're making decisions, that directly affect us in ways. That's a little scary. Yeah, spiritual warfare. Which frequency are you on? Nano. That's an old movie. Not a movie, that was a show, right? Nano. I do think that. I do believe that. Like, I don't think they're aliens, but I do think they're definitely influenced by things. Marky Mindy! Nano. Yeah, that's an old show. I remember watching that as a kid. Definitely. My question though is like, our ancestors, like, they drew things on the walls and stuff like that. Like, what were they really seeing? Like, they drew, pictures of like 10, 12, 15-foot beings. They drew what looked kind of like what we think flying saucers would look like. Like, what did they see? And their stories are all the same. It's all tribal, you know what I mean? And they tell their story all through generations. And they're always talking about these beings that fell from the sky. And they had great knowledge. To me, that sounds like an angel, a fallen angel, right? One that comes to bring deception. And that got labeled as an alien. I don't know. It's weird because they drew these things in rock. They had to see these things with their eyes. So, like, what were they really seeing? Like, that stuff really intrigues me. That kind of stuff, like, really intrigues me. But, again, I don't think it matters. But it's intriguing. Just like Bigfoot. Bigfoot is very intriguing to me. But it doesn't matter if he's real or if he isn't. No. Not in the least bit. I still have to go to work and pay taxes. You know what I mean? But it's fun to, like, talk about it and hear stories. My God, the amount of people that have had contact with Bigfoot is crazy. Here come the men in black. Me too, Jenny. So anyways, I know I'm talking about nonsense. I'm sorry. This is where my brain goes. These kind of things sometimes keep me up at night. I'll just have the most randomest thought at like 3 o'clock in the morning about Bigfoot or aliens or something. And I'm like, really? Why am I thinking about this? But this is my brain. You are really, truly, Jenny, you're a big believer of Bigfoot? I love nonsense. I do too. I love all the conspiracy theories and I love hearing about all this crazy stuff. It's, if anything, it's just for a good laugh. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't put my eggs in the basket, but it's great to hear about and have a good laugh. That's what happened. Your memory was wiped. You got flashy thingied. That's great. Oh my God. Yeah, I do too. I have some Bigfoot stories of my own. I've never ever seen him, or whatever they are, but I've had some experiences. Yeah, definitely. I told you guys about the rock. I don't have to talk about that again, but the rock that hit my car. But like, I've heard, I was friends with people who lived in like the mountains of Pennsylvania, the hills, if you will, the mountains of Pennsylvania, the Appalachian Mountains, and man, oh man, The things that they have captured on cameras and pictures and the stories that they tell and things that have happened to their homes, and you're just like, why would these people come in and tell us this stuff? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I really miss the paranormal stuff. I loved watching and reading it, but I got convicted of it. Yep. God says no. I do too. I'm the same way, Lori. I love all of that stuff, and I got convicted of as well. My favorite show back in the day was Ghost Hunters and Paranormal State and all that stuff. Yeah, I used to love all that. I haven't seen him in person, but I have seen large prints before in the mountains multiple times. Yeah, I've never seen it in person as well. I know people who have and have captured things like on their like Ring cameras and things like that. And I've been at somebody's house while we were baking Christmas cookies, and they talked about they named their Bigfoots. They had 4 of them, and they like named them. And she would openly tell us about things that were going on. And then while I was sitting there making cookies, the most god-awful sounds I have ever heard in my entire life, like, made every hair in my body stand up, like, totally creeped me out to the point where I wanted her husband to walk me to my car because I was totally freaked out. Like, and it was close. And I mean, like, a human could not make these sounds. Like, this was not something a human could never do this. So, like, I don't know, creepy stuff. And, like, I've had some experiences, but never seen them with my own eyes. 17. Oh my gosh, where does he get shoes? Does he have to, like, special order them? I have big feet. I have big feet too. I saw something in here too about I like big girl friendly chairs. Did you guys see the chair behind me? Is that what you guys are talking about? Because I got the new viral TikTok chair, and it is definitely plus size friendly. I do know what you're talking about, I do know what you're talking about, Darla, and I've heard coyotes, and I've heard they're like bobcats. Bobcats sound like women screaming. Like, they're eerie. This was not the sound. This was not this. And it was vocalizing. And it was like one was over here, and they were talking to each other. It was crazy. You special order them. I got if I move back, you can see the box back here. See the box? I got the new viral TikTok chair, the new crisscross chair, and it's huge. It's like this big, and it definitely fits my big tushy. They make horrible sounds. Almost sounds like a woman screaming. Yes, bobcats do that too. You ever heard like a bobcat? Oh my God. First time I ever heard a bobcat. They are crazy sounding. Women screaming. Yeah, it's frightening. It is, and it's real loud. This was not what I heard. Not at all. Not at all. No. This was... It's just, it's unexplainable. It's just like one of those things where just like even being an empath, like you just know that this is not normal. This is not a normal animal sound. Like you just know. And I knew. I knew. And like good people would come and tell you things and show you things, like things they caught on their Ring camera and pictures. And the first time I heard one, I seriously thought someone was screaming. Yeah. These were deep, guttural. You feel it in your bones. Like, yeah, you just know something's not right. Something is off. These were real guttural, and they were like whoops. I don't know how else to explain it. And then there was knocking, like really loud knocking on trees. And they would go, it was like they were talking to each other back and forth. It was weird. And it went on for like 15 minutes. Freaked me out. I mean, every hair on my body stood up. Like, it was like, it went like over my head. It was crazy. But people have seen mountain lions in New England. Wow. Really? Yeah, we had mountain lions. We had mountain lions. You had to be careful when you hiked and stuff because mountain lions, other than like a bear, like bears will confront you. Like you'll see the bear. Mountain lions stalk you. Like you don't usually know there's a mountain lion until like it's like jumping on you or because they stalk you and they always stalk you from up high. They're always up top. Like, you know what I mean? Bears are always like, they're visual like on the ground. And bears will kind of confront you. They'll kind of come close, but cougars, mountain lions, they stalk you from up high. You got to be really careful with mountain lions. And they're really quiet. Like they're stealthy. They're a little sometimes I think they're a little more dangerous predator-wise than a bear. I mean, a bear would tear you up. But I think you have more chance of like backing away from a bear than you do like a cougar. But please stay away. Yeah, they are. They're beautiful. They're beautiful creatures. But they're definitely stealthy. They definitely stalk. That's a good one, Jenny. Yeah, they're a little crazy. Watchmen, lions on Daniel Boone. Scary. Yeah, when I see little Debbie's Christmas tree cakes in the store, I get the shakes. Oh, why? Why? Because too much sugar. I have to be honest with you. Yes, I'm a plus size person. I have never had one of those. I've never had one of these Christmas tree cakes. Is it like what everybody makes it out to be? Like everybody's just going crazy over these Christmas tree cakes. I've never had one. Matter of fact, I don't eat a lot of Little Debbie stuff. I love Christmas tree cakes. The only thing I really liked, especially as a kid, but I don't think it's by Little Debbie. The candy canes, is everybody, not candy canes. They're something canes. But they're the chocolate ones that are filled with peanut butter. There's something canes, but they're spelled Kanes. There's something else, canes. My daughter loves them, but you don't. Little Debbie ice creams are good too. Well, I didn't know they had ice cream. The sprinkles ruin them. Just watched a video of a guy confronted by a mama cougar on a hike and it pursued him for a long time. Yikes. Right. Peanut butter. Tasty cakes. That's it. Tasty cakes. That's not Little Debbie, right? I'm waiting to buy several boxes and eat them on the way home, and it scares me to lose control. Oh God, Donna, I get that. Yes, I understand. But yes, Tasty Cakes. That isn't Little Debbie, right? That's a whole different brand. Tasty Cakes. No. Not a typo. The cosmic brownies from Little Debbie would be better without the sprinkles. It's not little. I didn't think it was, but those were my favorite. Tasty Cakes, the chocolate, and they had like, it was covered in chocolate and it had like a little piece of like cake and then it was peanut butter. Those were my favorite. Those could be a problem for me. But I don't really had Little Debbie. The lemon mini donuts. See, I never had that stuff. I really and truly. Tasty Cakes was those little peanut butter things. My son is a mountain lion hunter. Get out! When he hunts them, I'm sure he kills them. What does he do with them? Love anything lemon. I do too. I like lemon. I love like lemon cake. It's so refreshing. That's amazing. And he's not scared. He has dogs. I think I've seen those kind of dogs. They wear the big collars so they can't get their neck, and sometimes the collars have spikes on them, and they usually have a big red wire so he can track them. He tracks the dogs. I think the lemon donuts are out more in spring. Okay, where you live. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that, but I'm not real big on Little Debbie's, but I do see like the trend, like everybody going crazy over these Little Debbie Christmas cakes. Tasty Cake, that's it, is a brand on their own. Yes, that's what I liked. But it was Tasty Cakes, but the name of the tasty cake was something Kane. But it was spelled Kane, but I forget the name. I forget the first name of it. Your kitchen's done in lemons. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, you're at your doctor's appointment. Are you sneaking in? Can they hear me? Do you want me to tell them how bad you are? But anyways, I don't know what they were called, but they were good. They were delicious. I could eat those for sure. But I'm a sucker for chocolate and peanut butter. So, yeah, chocolate and peanut butter, I can do. I like chocolate and peanut butter. I didn't mean to get everyone back on food. I was trying to mention what was scary to you. It's okay. You spelled it wrong the first time. Yes, have a nice day. But yeah, thank you. I knew it was something like that. But that's what I liked. That's what I kind of ate. I ate those a lot. I liked those. And then I also liked I don't know what brand it is. Maybe that's Little Debbie. They were chocolate covered wafers and they had peanut butter in them, but they were real long and you got 2 in a bag. Is it candy cakes? He sells them to taxidermy who mounts them. That's wild. And how many, and like, do you buy, like, you know how you have to get tags for deer? Do you have to get tags for them? That's crazy. Anytime I eat something sweet, I always have to have something salty. Oh my gosh, Jenny, I'm the same way. Nutty Buddy, that's it. Yes, that's what they are. Nutty Buddies are the peanut butter long waves. Those are Little Debbie. Okay, so I lied. I do like those. I do like those. Those my mom used to put in my lunch when I would go to school. I did like those. You lost 4 pounds? Go girl. That's great. Okay, so I lied. I did eat Little Debbie. I used to love those. Yeah, my mom would always put those in my lunch. So they're like a childhood thing for me. I used to like those. You're so hungry right now. I'm going to warm up leftovers from Thanksgiving for my lunch today. So I'm going to have a little bit of turkey, a little bit of stuffing, and a little bit of sweet potatoes. That's what I'm going to have for lunch today. What is it? She should be old and wrinkly by now, right? I break them in strips when I weather Nutty Buddies. Yeah, you break each little, you take one Nutty Buddy. It's like 4 different pieces and you eat each piece separately. I used to do the same thing. And I gained 4 pounds just talking about Little Debbie's and Tasty Cakes. I'm sorry. There's a peanut butter candy cakes. Is that what they're called? Candy cakes? Eating chocolate donuts now. It's all my fault. Sorry. Little Debbie may be an alien. Maybe that's why she never ages. I love it. Remember Hubba Bubba? Yes, bubblegum. Yes, I remember that. Yes. And I remember too the I don't know what they're called, but they were the pouches of gum and it looked like it had like baseball players on it and it was like all strips and you'd put a big wad and your cheek would be like this. You'd be like trying to chew the gum. It was in a pouch. I totally forget the name of it. Yes, Tasty Cakes. That's it. Soft chew. Big League Chew. Yes. I used to like that too as a kid. Ooh, I've never had Mexican sweetbread, but Mexican just in general, that sounds delicious. I think chalupas are my favorite. I do know that Little Debbie doesn't exist. She was made up by a man. Really? Bazooka bubblegum with comics. I do remember those. Yes. I didn't know that. Little Debbie was made up by a man. I love Mexican food too. I really do like Mexican. I love the white queso dip and chips. And I think I love chalupas, the chicken chalupas and Mexican rice. I can leave it or take it with the refried beans. Like, Remember the scented lead pencils that had individual lead in them? Yes, and they smelled? Yes. An alien man. Okay, now we totally got Kimberly hooked on aliens. She's going to be looking for them everywhere. So if you subscribe to my channel, you might all get an alien Christmas card this year. And when you get it, it'll be our inside joke. That is something I would do. Yep, watched a whole documentary. Betty Crocker didn't exist either. Ran by men. I just ordered some of those fruit-scented lead pencils the other day on Amazon. Oh, really? That's so cool. They still have them? Another one, too, was the click pens. You know how, like, they were real fat, and there was, like, 6 different colors in it, and you'd click down the colors on the pen. Like, you get purple, blue, pink, green, and you'd click them down. I had them in elementary and middle school, and whatever fruit was on the pencil is what they smelled like. Yep. And then the pencil wouldn't work. Yep. Uh-oh, Barbara's going to go raid the freezer. Now we got aliens. I have those pens too. I use them daily. They come in different colors now. That's so cool. That's awesome. I would never have thought to even look for them again. That's neat though. That brings back some nostalgic memories from our childhood, huh? That's fun. I like that kind of stuff. It's fun. It was good. Too many leftovers. I hear you. I have a ton of leftovers too. I don't have a ton of leftovers. My grandma did, and she sent them home with us. Yes, I always tried to click all the colors down at once. I always did too. It would never work. Men connect women with food. They do. Kimmykins, your new profile should be an alien. I got some frozen pot sticker dumplings waiting for me. Ooh, I love pot stickers. Yes, I have one of those I use for my planner and at church. Ooh, that's what the documentary taught me. Did you all get snow, Libby? No, Jersey didn't. I don't know about anybody else, but Jersey didn't. But like 6 hours from me up north New York, they got like 5 feet of snow. Like crazy amount of snow up in New York. But Jersey didn't. It's just really cold here. It's super bitter. It's ridiculous cold, actually. But, you know, it's winter. But I used to do that too. I always tried to click down all the pens at once too. I used to try to do that too. But duh, in your brain, like they all couldn't fit through that one little hole. I have 80s rubber bracelets in my Amazon cart. Oh, Christy, I remember those. We got a dusting twice this week. We haven't even got a dusting, but I do remember those, like jelly bracelets. And then everybody had the jelly shoes. Yeah, I remember those. Yep, and like we'd have them clear up here on our arms. I remember those. And I remember pins too. The pins you'd pin on your jean jacket or your jean purse. I had a lot of those too. New Kids on the Block. Oh God. So many pins. I can't even think of them all now. That's so sad, Missy. We had a dusting here in Cincinnati area. I don't know if we're going to get a lot of snow today. This winter. The almanac said we were supposed to have kind of a mild winter, but you just never know. I think I'm going to make homemade chicken noodle soup today. Ooh, you've been craving it? That sounds delicious. My grandmother made a big pot of turkey soup with some of the leftover turkey. It was so good. All the way up to your elbows with those bracelets. Oh, yeah, I'd have my arm full of those little jelly bracelets. The stuff that we did as kids, right? I loved those. I used to love those bracelets. I had all kinds. And then when they came out with little charms to hang off of them, oh, God, you were just like, then you had to have all the charms. Yeah. I remember those. I do. I've had you guys on here forever. Yeah, you did like this weird, you pinched them together and it made like this little, I forget now, but it made like the loop in the middle. If I had them, I probably could remember how to do it. And it says, not today, devil. That's a good one. Right now, I'm going from the fridge to the freezer to the cabinet, then back to the re-looking again for a quick bite to eat. Ooh, Donna, what are you looking for? Something yummy? Something yummy? I remember too, like when we were real poor and we wouldn't have anything, I would eat Ritz crackers and butter. Did anybody else do that? Like at the end of the month and there was like no groceries, I'd make a little plate with like Ritz crackers and I'd put butter on the top of them. I remember doing that as a kid. Ritz crackers and butter, I remember doing. I used to love it. The saltines and butter for you, okay? Yep. I don't think anybody would do that today, but ooh, how cute. Ritz crackers and cottage cheese. Now, I've never done that, but that actually sounds good. Graham crackers and butter are delicious. Really? Salty sweet? Rebecca, is that what you kind of get? That sounds like something salty sweet. I probably would like that, but I've never done it. Now I might have to try. Is it like a salty sweet? I probably would love that. Because that's another thing I used to do because I was a big movie buff. I still love my movies, but I mean like my early 20s into my 30s, like movies were my thing. And I would always, get the popcorn and then like dump M&Ms or something on the top of it so it would melt. So you get that salty sweet. Cottage cheese and Doritos. Oh my God, I've never done anything like that. We made gravy bread and sugar bread. Like you would pour gravy over your bread and like cinnamon sugar bread. My mom would make royal icing and graham crackers for a treat when we were poor. Well, that sounds yummy. That sounds yummy. I love cottage cheese and anything. Cottage cheese and Doritos. Cottage cheese and pineapple. Salty sweet indeed. I probably would love it then. Cottage cheese and pears. Anything with cottage cheese is good. Did everybody see this new cottage cheese pizza bake everybody's making? Cottage cheese and pears. That sounds good. I'm not a big cottage cheese person, but that stuff sounds nasty. It sounds good. Peanut butter and wait, what? Peanuts in a Coke. Really? Sugar was put on bread and gravy poured over bread. Really? Cream cheese and Doritos as a dip. Oh. Anything cream cheese. I used to put cottage cheese in tomato soup. It's so good. Really? I bet you that would make it nice and thick. You love saltines with butter. We didn't really do the saltines. My mom always had Ritz. The Ritz. They're real buttery, and I put butter on them. You must be from the South. I love cottage cheese too. Yeah, cottage cheese was not a big thing in my household. I wasn't either until my daughter got me to try it. We had more yogurt. Yogurt was kind of big in my house. Yes, it was delicious. My papa used to use really peanuts. I would never in my life think that. I love cottage cheese with tomatoes or tomato juice. Really? You know what my dad used to eat? Ugh. He would make pancakes. And then he'd make an over easy egg. And he'd take pancake, over easy egg, pancake, and then he would pour cream of chicken soup over it. Used to freak. He loved it. Peanuts and Coca-Cola. I don't get it. I'm going to have to try it now. Some of the food combinations sounds like pregnancy foods. Does anyone remember Laverne and Shirley? What did she put in her Pepsi? Oh my God, I don't know. What did she put in her Pepsi? I have no idea. She put milk in her Pepsi? I don't know about that stuff. Oh no. Milk. Really? Yes, milk. Ew. Ugh. Why would you put milk in your Pepsi? Oh, that doesn't even sound right. Yeah, it always made you, yeah, that doesn't, ooh. I tried it. It's disgusting. Blech. I know, to watch my dad eat this pancake thing that he would, oh my God. Ah. Oh, I couldn't even be in the same room with him. Oh, and he made it all the time. Who would think about putting cream of chicken soup over their pancakes? Who thunk this up? French vanilla creamer in a Dr. Pepper is good. Tastes like a Coke float. I mean, I can get that, I guess. I love peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. Really? My grandpa put milk in our chili to cool it off, and I love to eat it that way. Now, that makes sense to me. I get that. No sweets for me right now. I have to keep my sugar down before surgery. Yes, Donna, I totally understand. My mom always puts cornbread mixed with buttermilk. That sounds good, though, actually. However, Pepsi and ice cream make a float. Yummy. Yes, now see, I guess milk isn't that crazy because if you really think about it, ice cream is milk. It's sweetened milk, but I put sugar-free vanilla creamer in my diet Dr. Pepper. Really, Barbara? Isn't that called like a dirty Dr. Pepper? Isn't that what that's called? I think I've heard of this. And some people squeeze lime or something in it. Sweet bread and butter and peanut butter sandwich. Ooh, that actually sounds good. Pickles. So I guess putting milk in soda, I guess, isn't as weird as we think. But I still think it would taste gross. But I get it. Like, I get why maybe you would do that. Put cheese in my chicken noodle soup. Really? You love Mexican food. I love Mexican food too. Cheese in your chicken noodle soup. No, it's weird. Love milk, but you can also add sugar and vanilla. Yeah, I get that. I guess it's not as weird as I think. My uncle used to do the peanuts and Coke. It's disgusting. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why would you do that? I don't know. Whatever. To each his own. We all have our weird little things that we like that nobody else would eat. I remember sometimes we were so poor that I would just open up a can of green beans and eat green beans because I wanted to eat something and we didn't have anything but green beans. You know, I'd eat a can of green beans. You know what I mean? So, like, we all have something, I'm sure, from our childhood that was always weird that we still enjoy to eat today. That's weird. I'm trying to think what ours would be. Mine probably would be fried Cheerios. A lot of people don't know what fried Cheerios are, but probably fried Cheerios would be mine. You do that now. You open up a can of green beans and just eat it. I found stale tortilla chips to my whole family loves that peanut and Coke, but not me. Yeah, I don't think I would even try that, to be honest with you. Yes, I get that when you cook it. That sounds good. Smensels. When you smell the pencils, is that what you mean? Smensels. But I think my weird thing from childhood probably would be fried Cheerios. And I still enjoy that. And I still make that for my kids. And my husband loves them. So that's the only weird thing I can think. Milk noodles. Milk noodles is a weird one that my family used to make all the time. A lot of people don't know what milk noodles are. But other than that, I don't think there's that much that we ate that was kind of weird. You still do it the same thing. Bacon makes everything better. You keep it in your fridge. Oh, aliens don't like bacon grease. So if anybody doesn't eat bacon or bacon grease, we know you're an alien. Your sons had scented pencils. I know they were really cool. That's a fun gift too. Yours is the peanut butter and pickles. My stomach's growling now. My stomach's like, Feed me, Seymour, feed me. That's an old flashback too. What was that called? Little Shop of Horrors? That's an old movie. Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me, Seymour. Does anybody ever say stuff like that? Oh no, I'm an alien. Oh, Chrissy, what are we going to do with you? What is fried Cheerios? Oh, fried Cheerios are delicious. So you get regular, not honey nut, but regular Cheerios. You put a big gob of butter, real butter, into a frying pan. You pour the fried Cheerio, you pour the Cheerios on top of the butter once it's melted, and you put salt, garlic powder, and onion powder on it, and you fry it all up, and then you pour it in a bowl, and you eat it like popcorn. It is so good. It's buttery, it's salty, they're just delicious. Makes the best gravy, and I put it in beans while cooking. Yes. Cheery. I love bacon grease. It's a good seasoning like salt and pepper. Yep. I love bacon gravy. Oh, yeah. Over bread? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. That's a big thing. I make that once a year because I think that will kill you if you eat it more than once a year. But we do the same thing. I make bacon gravy always on Christmas morning. It's our tradition. That plant was an alien. Hey, Missy, how do your plants feel about bacon? Well, I haven't fed my plants bacon yet, but they are doing well. So I don't think I have any alien plants. I think mine are all earth plants, but I'll let you know if I get a carnivorous plant that desires bacon, because then I'll know I'm in trouble. Oh, you had about an inch of snow? Yes, that alien was, and he ate people. I used to mix the Kraft mac and cheese packet with buttered popcorn. As long as you vetted them. I guess I can see that. That's like taking cheese powder and putting it on your popcorn and making like cheese flavored popcorn. That's actually kind of a good idea if you think about it. What is the spice you use in the green container? I keep looking here in Canada of what it could be. It is Goya. It's Goya all-purpose seasoning. Like it goes on anything. And it's Goya brand. It's delicious. It's the best seasoning I've ever had. The best. I put it on everything. My mom used to put bacon grease and sugar on her pancakes. No. People did some strange things with pancakes. I don't know. I don't think I could do anything weird with my pancakes. I think like, I don't know. Goya, yeah, they have good flavor. The only thing I've done weird, never with a pancake, but with French toast. Sometimes I'll just eat a French toast with a little bit of salt instead of the syrup. I like mixing hot chocolate packets with vanilla ice cream. It's so good. Oh, that sounds good. My computer keeps putting in the tea. Is your computer spilling the tea on you? Your computer has betrayed you. Nani, we used bacon grease to cook our pancakes. Now, I get that. That would make your pancakes taste good. But I've never, like, poured bacon grease on something. I've used it for stuff. Like, I like making, like, especially fresh green beans. Oh, that would be so yummy. You know, stuff like that. But I've never, like, poured it on anything to eat. I never done that. But I've cooked stuff in bacon grease. That I've done. I guess another weird thing, too, we do in our family that I don't think a lot of people do is we cook our pork chops in mustard. We fry our pork chops in mustard. That might be a little weird. Yes, my granny used to use bacon grease in everything. Yeah. Use bacon grease with fried potatoes. Oh, I bet you that would be delicious. Yes. Frying potatoes in bacon grease. And they probably get real crispy. That would probably be delicious. Like, I dig all that stuff. I just never poured bacon grease on something and then ate it. Never done that. But I think those are the 3 things, though, that I've done that. Oh, I've heard that. Wilted lettuce and onions with hot bacon grease. Yes. I've heard of that. I appreciate pigs for giving us bacon grease. Me too, Donna. I know, when you think about the poor animals, but then you're like, I can't imagine my life not eating them. Yeah, it's terrible. I know, but think about where we'd be if we never did kill pigs or cows or anything like that. Like, we'd be overpopulated. Like, it's just the natural progression of life, I guess. But it's terrible sometimes to think about what they got to go through to feed us. My mom used to eat mashed potato, pork, and bean sandwiches with raw onions. Oh, God. I have to tell you, I love your hoops. Oh, my hoop earrings? That's a Jersey thing. All Jersey girl wear hoops. I hate to leave early, but I must go homeschool. Yes, I told you, I'm going to let everybody go. It's getting late. Not to say that, nobody else wears hoop earrings, but like very rarely would you go out in the wilds in New Jersey and not see a woman with some kind of hoop in her ear. It's like, it truly is like a Jersey thing. Hoops. But I love hoop earrings. Almost all the earrings I own are hoops. Almost all. Yeah. Yes, we do. Oh, Adrian's here. Hello, Adrian. Yeah, it's a Jersey thing. Another Jersey thing is always having sunglasses on your head. Like, that's like sunglasses and hoops are your accessory. Like, usually you'll always see me just like, I won't even be going nowhere. And it's a habit for me. Just like, if I see my sunglasses, I'll just put them on my head. I'm not even going anywhere. I'll just wear sunglasses around in my house because it's like an accessory. It's a Jersey thing, I think. But I do. I love hoops. Right? Adrian, she don't live far from me, so I know she gets it. It really is like a Jersey thing. And the big hair in the 80s. Yes, I remember the 80s hair. You gotta have that big wave. Aquanet. Remember the door knocker earrings? Love them. Yes, Salt and Pepper used to wear them. Yes, yes. Yes, I remember those big, big butt earrings. Yep. Yeah, I remember all of that stuff. So I guess hoops really did come from the 80s and it just never left. I don't know, but like, I was born and raised in New Jersey, and this was always like, everybody always had hoops. Like, you had to wear hoops. Right now, what I really think is in style are the hoops, but they're called Snuggies, and they're real close to the earlobe. They're not big and round like this. They're hoops, but they're real close to the earlobe, and I think they're called Huggy earrings. I think those are real big right now. You wore the big hair? I did too. Yep. Every year I got my hair permed. Every year, because I couldn't get the arch without it. My mom, New Jersey born and raised too, and she has hoops in 70s and 80s. Yeah, my mom too. It's just like a thing. I don't know. I don't see very many women without hoops in their ears in Jersey. But I would get perms every year. You couldn't get the wave and the little flares by your ears without it, The bigger the hair, the closer to God. When I came and she gave me hers when I turned 25. Aww. You have very short hair. I loved my short hair too. My husband didn't though, so I grew it out. But I liked my short hair. It was very easy. It was just get up and go. I looked at myself in the mirror yesterday and realized the way she layered my hair last time, I could totally 80s style it. Ooh, like the feathered look. That's pretty. That's so pretty. Yeah, my hair was always floofy and big. Floofy and big. Very floofy. If you see my older me as a teenager, I had the floofy, big hair. With that side waft, the side little wave. My mom would put Dippy Doo on my hair when I was a kid. Oh, the sticky stuff. Oh, I used to hate that stuff. That stuff was a pain in the butt. And then when you would sleep and you'd get up the next day, wherever you laid on your pillow, that's permanently what your hair would look like until you got in the shower. Yeah, I used to hate that stuff. There was no give in that. Remember the crimper? Yes! Yes, the crimp. Yes. Everybody had to have a crimper. Oh my God, I made it. Hi, Miss Lily. Hello, hello, hello. We're talking about 80s. But I am going to let you guys go. You came in at the very end. I've had you on here for almost an hour, like maybe 2 hours. I need to let you guys go. I've had you on here forever. But listen, if the aliens invade today, be safe. Know I love you. And nano, nano. My mom used Dippy Doo. I can smell it now. Oh, yes. Yeah, that had a distinct smell. Thank you, Missy, and everyone. Love you. I love you too, Chrissy. I love talking to you guys. I so look forward to Tuesdays. You guys make my day. And I love laughing with all you guys. It seems like 5 minutes. I know, but it's been a while. I've had you on here. But Jesus loves you so much more. Yes, he does. Love you all. Bye. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I'll be talking to you. I don't think I have any doctor's appointments, so I'll be back next Tuesday. I love you guys. Mwah! Talk to you then. Bye.